Hey humans, I am back to narrate today's video. So, if you don't want to get caught in my domain expansion, go and subscribe to the channel now and enjoy the video.
僕たちの物語を
It's 1:43 a.m. The baby finally fell asleep after a screaming fit. You're exhausted, still in your robe, hair a mess. Toji walks in shirtless from his room, wearing low sweatpants, rubbing his neck. The glow from the kitchen light cast shadows over his body. He had no reason to be up, not unless he cared. Our lips meet with his, rough, desperate, like two people trying to fight something they already lost to. And somewhere down the hall the baby stirs. But this time, Toji doesn't pull away. He whispers against your lips, begging you to stay. The words painted a picture in his mind of a moment of raw intensity, filled with an aching hunger that demanded attention. The baby's finally asleep in the nursery, where Megumi stands a few feet away, arms crossed, expression unreadable. You just had an argument. Not loud, but cold and cutting. The kind where silence hurts more than yelling. You're both dealing with the fact that what started as a contract turned into a real-life family. A baby. Late nights. Bottles. He kisses you, slow, intense, like every silent night, every soft glance, every suppressed feeling finally break through. He bites your lower lip a bit. And for the first time, he walks into that nursery not as the man from a contract, but as someone trying to become a father, and maybe, just maybe, your voice echoed in his ears, your frustration and his arrogance blending together into a toxic yet enticing mix of emotions. It's late. The palace halls are silent. The baby's asleep in the next room, and you're pacing in the moonlight of your shared chambers. Sukuna is lounging on the massive bed, half undone, watching you with that smug, infuriating smirk of his. You've just fought. Again. He said something cold. You threw something at him. The kiss is fire and fury, lips bruising, hands desperate, clothes half torn, silk sheets tangled. He pins you against the bed with the kind of hunger only a man starving for what he told himself he couldn't have could deliver. Later, breathless and bare under the sheets, you lie tangled together. The air smells like sweat and surrender.
You and Yuji agreed on a contract marriage for legal protection. Maybe to shield each other from the higher-ups at Jujutsu Tech or an organization targeting those with such affiliations. It was meant to be straightforward, platonic. You start living together. Yuji's awkward but mindful. He always cleans the dishes, keeps his distance. Every meal, occasional missions. There's no spark until one late night you both come home tired and injured. You share a bed once. No guarantees. And then a pregnancy. Crashes into you, a kiss that starts soft, almost tentative, but then deepens into something desperate. It's like he's been starving for this touch, this warmth, this permission to finally feel. His lips trail down your throat, his hands roaming as you straddle him on the couch. The storm rages outside, but here, wrapped around each other, breathing in perfect sync, the act of lying and playing pretend ceases. It's no longer a deal. It's a promise. It's deep into the night. The temple hall silent. The child is asleep in the room next door, and you sit on the tatami floor in nothing but a robe. A solitary teacup sat in front of you. The paper doors are gently left open, and moonlight spills across the tiled floor, casting an ethereal glow in the serene atmosphere. Agreeing to marry Choso was supposed to be no more than a means to provide legal protection from exorcism. The arrangement was never meant to be romantic, let alone binding. After all, Sorcerer and Walking Blood Curse weren't exactly destined to be together forever. But one night as you slept in the same bed, your bodies intertwined, a nightmare tearing through Choso's trembling form, something changed between you. Suddenly, it wasn't just a contract anymore. Now you were raising a baby together, bound by more than just a legal agreement. You and Inumaki agreed to an arranged marriage for a specific reason, to safeguard him from being used by the higher-ups or to ensure his rightful inheritance as a member of the semi-cursed clan. It was all business, a silent agreement. You use hand signs when necessary, but he communicated through silent, rice-ball words and handwritten notes. You asked nothing more of him, and that's exactly what made him fall for you. And then, one kiss led to a night neither of you wanted to pretend to forget. Now you were parents, raising a tiny bundle, their laughter like summer sunshine. You married Yuta under the pretense of a contract, a convenient arrangement to clear his name from the higher-up scrutiny. With a history as a special-grade sorcerer, he needed normalcy, a grounding line. Your family name proved helpful in gaining approval, but what began as a performance gradually turned into something real. A year later, holding a baby in your arms, soft and sleepy and completely enveloped in love, his world had expanded far more than either one of you had anticipated. you and Nanami entered a marriage of convenience, possibly for benefits from the higher-ups, or for a sick relative, or to maintain appearances. However, he set clear boundaries between you. No feelings, it was all business. But Nanami was a man of his word. Even when his heart didn't wish to comply, he took all responsibility for the baby that came from one, perhaps drunken, yet emotional night. Yet he still kept you a few steps away, calling it a contract, and continued wearing a tie during late-night feedings. The contract marriage began as a mock play, a mutually beneficial agreement that required flirting in public and maintaining emotional detachment. But things blurred with Gojo. He held your hand for longer than necessary, called you babe with a hint of heat in his voice, and teased you until your heart skipped a beat. One night, that teasing crossed the line, and now you were expecting. A child was on the way. A tiny silver-haired menace with both of your features, and Gojo was surprisingly involved, if a bit awkward.